Hello everyone, I'm the Black Shadow, and I welcome you to, well, the second Let's Play series I'm doing at the moment, and this is gotta be one of my favourite games I think I've ever played in my life. Ever! Say hello to Solar Jetman, game, as you can see, made in 1990. Now, I think this is one of those games that I think was fantastic and a lot of fun to play, but not a lot of people ever seem to know about it, really. A diamond in the rough, you might say. Yeah, you might be, seeing something that might remind you folks. Those of you who have, looked at my, the picture I've got for whatever the hell it's called, Avatar, I forget what it's called, I got it from this game, folks, because this game is amazing. I absolutely love it to bits. Although, just like many of Rare's games, they are notoriously difficult. And this is absolutely no exception. I believe this was done sort of off the whatchamacallit. I believe there was like an arcade title of this, I believe, originally, and this is sort of like a sort of sequel or so forth, on the NES, the hunt for the golden warship, it's not an original game. Very different to the previous version, though, as you're seeing a little demo here. Don't worry, it's supposed to be silent because it always was. But I mean, honestly, folks, this game is so much fun. It might frustrate you at times, it might wonder why am I putting myself through such torment, but in all honesty, folks, this is a fantastic game, and if anyone, I recommend this to almost anyone to play this, because it is an absolutely fantastic game. I absolutely love it to bits, although the person doing this is not playing very well. No, that's quite miserable. That's poor. But yeah, so folks, I think it's better. Don't need much of an introduction, folks. I mean, this is one of those games you don't need a lot of forward playing, or sort of stuff to know. There is stuff to know, which always comes in handy. I'll talk about that, like I always do as we go along. Although I do want to point out one thing right here, folks. Awesome face! Oh God, I might use that for a future picture. That. But anyways, folks, enough of that, I believe. Let's get cracking. Now, yes, it's approaching the very first planet, aptly named Preludon. Obviously on Prelude. Very clever. Thanks, Rare. Now, this game is sort of I don't know exactly how to describe it, folks. I don't know, but it's sort of, it's not exactly not like an action game, an adventure. I don't know exactly what to call it. I'll think of something. But this basically, as it says, is the hunt for the golden warship. And the point of the game, well, the objective is to go around various planets of various systems and basically try and find all these pieces of this so-called golden warship. But there's a lot more fun to be had than just that, folks, as we shall go on, as we go along. Just so you know, folks, for all of these planets, what I'm going to do, as we start one, if you look in the description, I'm going to include a picture of the map for each planet, so you can get a much better feel for that planet. Just so you know, folks, I didn't make them. Didn't make them at all. The credit, is off the site that I got them. You'll probably find it in the link. If not, I got it off the strategy wiki because I think it's quite useful actually. So that's come off there. So thanks, credit to them for all those. I didn't make anything of that. Nothing to do with me. But anyways, I think it's enough gas baiting. We've already gone for about 4 minutes. Good lord. Well, all right. Well, let's land at our first world. There looks reasonably sort of Earth-like. We can see a little tree and water and stuff like that. This is gonna be amazing. Welcome to Solar Jetman, everyone. And, well, there's a few things we'll talk first. I'm just going to very quickly just put a state down here. And there's a reason for this, because there's something I need to do, but I'm going to spend some time just quickly explaining it. Now, the main concept of this game, you know, the big thing about this is the fact of gravity, which you can, well, you can all see its effects, folks. Gravity, not your friend, folks. Not at all. Because, for starters, if you just let it fall, hit the ground, for example, you take damage. That F bar is sort of your health, although it is technically classed as fuel as well, because, you know, as you go around, as you can see there, the fuel bar does start going down slightly. You've got like your little you know, little thrusters and that, which are, you know, to propel you in whatever direction. Although, you know, getting used to that, the concept of the gravity and being able to master it are two completely different things, folks. Gravity is very difficult to get used to, especially, you know, the gravity here on this map is very light, folks. You know, as compared to other places, it's crazy. And then you've got some places where the gravity is reversed and all sorts of things, folks. It's not good. Another thing your magic little spaceship pod thing you can do is you can fire stuff. Fire little, I don't know, machine gun bits. I don't know. And you can use this to dispatch your certain enemies, like, say, that one. Oh, by the way, folks, if you like this current form, don't hit an enemy bullet or something that they've shot, because you will be destroyed instantly. Very bad, folks. Very, very bad. As, well, I could show you, but I'll show you later, folks. But the first thing you do here, as you can see, yeah, you get some little points to that. The points will come... Well, they actually have a point, as opposed to, say, like, Super Brothers 3. Ow! Thanks. Appreciate that. Oh, I suppose this can bring me on to the next bit. If your spaceship does get destroyed, it's not all over, folks. You get hold of your little spaceman guy. He can fire sort of sideways, and he's actually very mobile compared to, say, like the spaceship. He's really, really mobile, folks. And pretty handy to have. Useful at some point. Ow. But yes, so before you when you come here, obviously you've got things to do, and you know we're gonna need to get, like, as you can see here, this ship here's got like a little bar which isn't full, and basically we need to get it some fuel so we can take off to the next planet when we found our warship piece. Although the first thing we want to do is none of that. So you see, folks, there's a secret hidden here, very, very early on. Now I'm hoping I can just I'll put on another slide. I don't know if I can get it here. What you need to do when you come here is go straight left, and then get that little blue thing. Ah, it's hard to get, folks. This is some of the secrets in this game are crazily hard to get to. I mean, you've got one chance in this. I mean, it's handy you've got an emulator, you know, to have more than one attempt. Oh, that was close. I'll get it, folks, because, you know, that secret there is basically, I'll show you what it does when I get the chance. No, that was too high. I will get it. This game will not deny me of that. I wanted to show this off. Ah, Lord Almighty. I think I figured out the way to do this. Yes! Welcome to the Cyber Zone, and this will do your eyes in. What you need to do here, folks, basically get hold of the 10 crystals that are coming down here. Don't hit a rock, because you'll sort of losing. Grab as many crystals as you can. And I'm not doing very well. But seriously, folks, this will screw your eyes over. I think that's all the crystals that'll come down. Because if you hit like a rock, well, you sort of get pushed out the way, which is, well, not very useful. Yeah, is Mr. Awesome Guy again? 5 crystals is okay. You get 100 points for each crystal you get. If you manage to get all 10, you actually get a bonus 1,000. So you got up to 2 grand there you can get, which is pretty nice. Whenever you come back to the ship here, you know, which you need to do at times. If you need to like refuel your ship, or like if your ship's destroyed and you're on your back, you can come back here to the main ship, and you can get hold of well, brand new ship for free, really. Although if you get killed while there's the little guy, that's it. That's a life gone. You know, ships are technically infinite, although that's not really true. Whoa. That's a funny sound that made. Oh, no, a second, let me just quickly, don't know if you can see much. Let's just go quickly fiddle with the sound. Sorry about this. Oh, that's interesting. Sorry about that. That's a bit better. I knew the thrusters were sounding a bit weird, but anyways, let's not delve into the depths. God damn it. That's a great start, folks. This world is really small, really easy. And there we go. I've been killed. My ship's been destroyed twice. This does not bode well. That's supposed to introduce you to the first sort of enemy again. These sort of little... I honestly... I do not know the names for any of these enemies. The names I may come up with are completely unofficial. And are likely extremely different from what they actually sound like, folks. So, don't trust me. Oh, no, that's the second enemy. Oh, for the love of God. Come on! This is an awful start. I've never died this many times before on this world. This is dreadful. But the first place you want to go, folks, is down here. As I was trying to before I got shot. You can't shoot it when those sort of like little things up there will just reflect the bullets. Not very good. No, come on. There we go. And you want to get at this thing right here. Now, you might be wondering what the hell that is. Well, trust me, you want it, folks. If you go close to it, you'll get to see this little orange thing. That's a little tractor beam there, and the idea is you can sort of pick that stuff up, and then you take it back to the to your main ship. You've got to do this with basically everything, folks, except for one, I suppose, exception, but we won't be counting that just yet, folks. But if you take the item, you go back to your little main ship here, and it will be dropped off, whatever it may be. Probes now equipped with shields. Oh yes, folks. Make sure you grab that. That is vital, because now if you press down, we have shields, folks, and shields are the most important thing in the game, folks. This will save your life. Not only do you take a lot less damage if you crash into stuff, stuff like bullets will not kill you instantly, and I'll quickly demonstrate. It still hurts a bit, but you do not die instantly. So you want to have shields up sort of all the time, folks. Really. Only downside with these shields, though, is that as long as you have shields up, you can't grab items. You've got to have you've got to put your shields off in order to grab stuff. So like that, you know, and you just got to be, you know, when you do that, you just got to not crash into walls and stuff like I seem to be doing at the moment, which is not very good. Not very good at all. And we'll bring this over. Put the shields back on. 500. Got 500 points for that. Well, I suppose it's dollars actually. I think because those points you do use them as sort of currency. So I suppose it's dollars. I don't really know. I might interchange about that. What I call that. New enemy here. The big ball of death. I don't know, folks. They'll just slam into you. Just shoot it a few times. It'll go away. Not the most fearful of enemies, no. Trust me, we will come across probably one of the most hated enemies of video gaming history soon enough. Oh my god. Now that is our fuel. This is what the fuel sort of looks like. This is what we must get. You must, you know, in order to proceed, you have to get the your main ship fueled up before you leave. That is just, well, that's just how it works. Gotta be done that way! Get away from me! Oh god! Get away! Ow! Is that like a face? Get away! Bugger. There we go. It's not so bad. Yes. You have collected enough fuel. Now find the ship parts and blast off! You heard the guy. We've got to go find our ship part. Yeah, as you can see now, the bar is full. Here there's only one fuel you'll need to get, although you know, the amount of fuel you'll need varies upon level. There's a couple of levels you'll actually find there's more fuel sort of tanks than the ship actually needs. So you don't have to grab all of them, and there's no reason grabbing any ore. It doesn't like you don't like save it for like later or anything like that, folks. That's not how it works. There's nothing down here, so we need to come down to here. Now this is a wormhole or something like that. Now, you can only get into these once you've fueled up your ship, folks. Once the ship's fueled, you can access it, and whoa, yeah. This game will do this to you. It will try and just blind you. And when you get to the wormhole, you go to, well, these very special areas. There's no gravity in here, folks, just so you know. You know, you go in a direction, that's it. You're going to keep going. There is no gravity whatsoever. Which is quite cool. I suppose it's sort of like being inside the world. I don't know. And what you want to do is, you see this little chest here. Now, we need to take this back to the big ship. Of course, though, you'll see, well, we can't get to the big ship from here. So, what do we do? And this is where it comes into this thing down the right here. Now, this is sort of, now this is a wormhole. That's sort of like a warp hole. I don't know. I'll interchange again. Basically, what you can do with these is that if you put any item and you push it over that, it will automatically put it into your ship, which is, well, really nice. Like so. Be careful as well when you're pushing around big heavy things in no gravity, because it will screw with your ship. Honestly, do be careful. And that'll put it straight into our ship. Basically, a golden airship. It's not very big, but never mind. So let's well, head back. But you do not want to head back first, though, folks. Oh, I thought I was going to go in there, because when you also complete a level, you get access to a little bonus area. Although, take my word for it, folks, destroy your ship. Because in this bonus area, there's more crystals you can get. A little bit like that little sort of cyber zone-y thing I showed you earlier. And you want to be in this Starman sort of shape, because it's a hell of a lot more maneuverable than the ship is. So let's go head inside, really. I so remember that. Oh, the memories. Collect gems before time catches up. Now, there's a bit of a debate which way you want to go. This is my way of doing it. It's free. Again, there's 10 gems. 4, go all the way down. There's 5. There's 6. 7. You come into this little bit here. There's 8. 9. And 10. Oh yeah. Believe me, folks. In a pod, that is hard to do. I've done it, but it is hard. And it's just like the Cyber Zone, you can get up to 2,000 points for that. You know, pretty easy the world, pretty simple, but you know, the whole point is just to get a grasp for how the game works, which is, well, it's called Prelude on. You know, it's a prelude of things to come and other things. And then this is our ship with a bit of a funny looking exhaust. Moving off to the next world. I tell you that the musical score in this, folks. The music in this game, in some of these places, fantastic music, especially for what for what gaming was. Often there's and stuff like that at the time. It was top quality when this came out. Now, every now and again, between sort of every sort of 2 worlds or thereabouts, you can get access to like a little shop here, which you can buy various bits. There's not much on sale at the moment, although as we move along, there's more stuff you can buy. And they all cost you stuff. So, like, the points you get during the level, you can then spend on getting equipment. And that's the only point. 2 points is to be able to buy stuff. Some of it's not so useful, like the time bombs, not very useful. I mean, missiles aren't that bad, actually. You got the time and bullet pack. That basically strengthens like your little bullet stuff. So, makes it stronger. It's all right. But the 2 big things to look at here are these: the efficient engines and the mapping device. Sorry, folks. Now the efficient engines. I'm sure you can probably guess where that's going, folks. Sort of. you know, the efficient engine's quite handy. That I would probably advise buying that. Yeah, you do want to buy that, folks. Basically, is this? No, this is different now. I think this is just the one which just helps you. I forget exactly now. I forget. No, I'm confusing it with the thrusters as opposed to sort of the thing. There's like thrusters, but I'll just talk about those when we get there. This could be the item that does it. I forget now. It's not very good, is it, folks? Not too good at all. And there is also this, the mapping device. Although, in all honesty, folks, you can buy it if you want. I would probably say don't buy it, because there is a free mapping device you can actually get in the next level, folks. So, and you want to save up your money, because there are some very expensive things later on which you want to get hold of. Well, a couple of missiles. You never know, you might need them. So yes, I saw a little brief there, folks, but you know, yeah, beginnings of games are always like that, aren't they? You know. But yes, and then that takes us to the second world, Meximorph, which we shall deal with next time, because well, a little over time, but never mind, folks. You know, thank you for watching. You know, so I hope I didn't confuse you or anything like that. If there is, then you know, then always let me know, and I'll set you straight. I'll set you straight. But yeah, folks. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video.